I'm going to tell a story about the 1906 earthquake that my great-grandmother was in and the adventure she faced. It was 5:12 a.m. on April 18, 1906 in San Francisco. At that time, the big quake struck San Francisco. My great-grandmother was 7 years old when it happened. My great-grandmother lived with a family of 5, 2 sisters and her parents. They lived on Baker Street, a beautiful neighborhood in San Francisco. The day before the earthquake, her father had just painted the banisters in her house red. Her family was given strict instructions not to go near the stairs nor play on them. The next morning, when the earthquake happened, the air was not right and the sun didn't shine as bright. Her family scrambled to get out of the house when her father stumbled down the stairs, grabbing the banisters. When her and her family got out onto the streets, everyone in her neighborhood was screaming and running looking for their families. Mothers were crying and screaming about their loved ones that were missing. There was fire and black smoke everywhere, and the smell of burning filled the air. When they got outside, her father was nowhere to be found. They then realized he was in the house. They were scared that he had been trapped under the rubble and had died. They all started to cry. When he finally came out of the house 5 minutes after, they had started worrying about him. When he did come out of the house, he had blood all over him and his hands. "I'm fine, it's just paint, not blood," he said. Her family calmed down after he explained that it was the paint from the stairs. During the chaos of the fire and crumbling houses, and family scrambling to find each other, my great-grandmother wandered away from her family to go downtown to listen to the speeches that were being given by the firemen and the police. She was always very curious and sometimes didn't listen to her parents. They were telling people to get blankets and pillows and to start to camp out in Golden Gate Park. They told families that they would find their loved ones once they cleared the smoke and fire. She was highly interested about what was going to happen to get everyone found and cleaned up. While she was gone, her family was worried that she was trapped or lost in the rubble and started to panic about their dead daughter in the rubble. They had just spent time worrying about her father, and now she went missing in all the chaos. While she was downtown, the men of the town kept instructing her to go home, because it was safer there and that her parents were probably worried sick about her. She then decided to go home and tell her family what she saw and heard. She was sad she couldn't stay and watch the men. When her family found her, they were so relieved, but she was in a lot of trouble for running off and not telling them where she was going and said she got a good whooping. Her neighborhood had been instructed by the firemen to go camp out at Golden Gate Park, where she had a great time with her family and friends and neighbors. She said it was the best time she had in her childhood, and she hoped that there would be another major earthquake because she loved the excitement of that day. Of course, she was a little kid, and her perspective was different than an adult's. She passed on the gift of emotional strength and calmness to overcome any tragedy